Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer, and this is another UK mod showcase for Transport Fever 2. This is going to be episode number 22, and we've got plenty to look at in this episode. We're starting with a 2-for-1. We've got these British Rail UK standard, not British Rail, 4MT steam locomotives. There's a pair of these, there's one on the front and one on the back. There's a smaller and a larger one. We're currently riding along with the larger one. It should be available from 1952. This is by Plain Simple, and this is actually hauling a rake of BR TTA tankers by Deadly UK, and these should be available from 1958. I couldn't see any information on the Steam Workshop about the date of these, but I did a quick Google, and the date I could find was 1958 for the TTA tankers. Now as that's coming in, I'm just going to pause in there a minute, just take a closer look at these. So we've got a couple of different variations. So we've got BP, Procore, there's a total one there, and there's an unbranded black one, and then on the back we've got the smaller of the two of the standard locomotives. Let's take a look at those in the actual inner depot. There's one somewhere. There's one down here. Let's take a look at that. So first of all let's take a look at the steam locomotives. So let's go up to here. British Railways, so it is a BR standard 4MT 264T, top speed of 70 miles per hour, power 2,313 horsepower, 114 kilonewtons tractive effort, and then the larger one, the 460 formation, 85 miles per hour, 2,379, 115 kilonewtons of tractive effort. So yeah, these are late steam engines from 1950 through to 1967, so these went right through to the end of the steam era when BR scrapped all of the steam, well, started to scrap the steam locomotives. But I guess it says these as for mixed use, but I think the black is usually freight. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's usually the case. So it's just a good late period steam locomotive, and to couple that up to some, no, I don't want to move that there, do I? Want these Tta Tank Wagons, top speed of 60 miles per hour, capacity of 14. This can take crude, refined, and then fuel oil, and you've got 4 different variations there: unbranded black, total, CIBA, and BP livery. So yeah, just a good selection of kind of freight vehicles for that sort of period, the 1950s through to the 1960s period. Now what's this down here? This is the first of a full set of reskins by War Pyro. This episode should be called the War Pyro episode, I think. He's been very busy doing lots of reskins. I mean, a couple of these are, I think, a couple of weeks old now, but he has been very busy. So these are the 323 livery pack, the original model by Young Lennon, but I think, as with most of the livery packs that War Pyro does, this contains every skin that the 323s have ever worn. So we've got the Northern, I think this is the Northern by Arriva version there. There is a First Northwestern Barbie livery there, and then we've got the First Northwestern First Star livery. I think they called that one with the big star on there. So yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense for Transpennine Express, the kind of harking back to the First Star days with the new liveries, which is based on a star but just a little bit different. But yeah, we've got those 3 there. There are a lot more available in the depot. I think there's, let's go to electric multiple units, and then if we scroll somewhere, there we go, 3-2. So we've got the Arriva by Northern, First Northwestern, unbranded, yeah, all those, and then keep going down, and there's some more of the kind of older Northern colours at the First Star unbranded, and then there's the Northern trains. I think that'll be the 2020 unbranded. Well, it's still Northern, but it's not by Arriva anymore because it's been nationalised. So they are all available. I think the newer liveries should be available a bit later on. Not entirely sure which dates these, but they should become available as they were in real life. So yeah, good selection of those. So yeah, did I say the original model is by Young Lennon and livery pack by War Pyro? And then that leads me on to actually not that one, Class 166 networker livery pack. Again, this is War Pyro creating every livery that these have ever worn, and again the original model by Young Lennon. This has got the Great Western Railway green. I think it looks rather good in that colour. And then as that passes, we've got the Chilterns livery, 2 different Chilterns liveries available for this, but I'll show you that more in the actual depot. And then there's a couple of variants of the Network Southeast liveries as well. So War Pyro has been very, very busy over the last few weeks recreating all of these. Again, let's go into the depot, multiple units, and it is Class 166 this time. So you can see here we should have every single livery that this has ever worn. So we've got the TT Link, North Network Southeast Turbo Express logo, Shadow Franchise logo, M40 Chilterns Railway, Arriva, M40 Chilterns Railway, and Great Western Railway as well. And a couple of these were, I think, the FGW Link, First Great Western. I'm pretty sure that'd be classed as a dynamic lines, although I can't see a line down here, but it's got that later colour scheme, and I think that one were already available, and War Pyro has done the rest. Now that is not the end of that for War Pyro. There is just one more set to take a look at. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Now the London Underground 1992 stock has only been out a few weeks, and War Pyro has already reskinned these as well. So again, this should have every livery that the 1992 stock has ever worn. So we've got some different variants on I guess what most people would be familiar with, the white and red. So there are 2 different variants as far as I can see. I think there's more in the workshop, in the depot rather, and then there's a blue one there, which is just a little bit more different than I think most people are familiar with. I'm certainly not familiar with that particular colour scheme, but War Pyro is known for his accuracy of colour schemes, so I'm not going to question it. There we are. So let's take a look at that in the depot. See, it is a multiple unit, isn't it? Electrical. So you've got the standard one there, 4-car, and then we've got, it does seem to have its own section. So if they're not there, just scroll down a little bit more, and then you've got those, and you've got the different colours there. So NSC, Roundels, London Underground, Waterloo and City, what's that? Grey Front, and Poppy. So we've got a load of different variations of those. And I should probably mention that the original model is by Stanek, of course. Don't want to forget to mention the creator of the original model. Now we've just got one last thing to look at, which is these. Again, some more steam based things. I've still got the 4MT on there, but this is hauling, this time, the LMS Period 3 coaches by, who's this by? Plain Simple. So yeah, the Locomotives by Plain Simple and the LMS Period 3 carriages are also by Plain Simple. Now these are a rework. This is version 2 of these carriages. They are a semi-fictional set, but they are based on real LMS coaches. I think, as far as I can make out, they should be available from about 1933. Again, I couldn't see anything. There probably was a date in the workshop, but I couldn't see it. So I just did a quick Google, and as far as I could tell, these should be available from 1933 in these 2 colours. We'll take a quick look at that in a minute. But yeah, he's just made improvements there. So if you do have version 1 already downloaded, you can, I think it says in the description they work side by side, so you don't need to delete it, but you probably will want to replace this with the newer up-to-date versions with more detail and just better modelling. But yeah, you don't have to unsubscribe to the V1 version before you subscribe to the V2 version. There'll be a link to this in the description below. There's a link to my UK mod showcase collection, which features all of the mods that I've featured over the last 22 episodes. So if you want to subscribe to these, the updated versions, then I would encourage you to do so. Let's just take a quick look in, not a station, that's not going to get you very far, is it? In a depot. These are passenger wagons, of course, and they are there. So you've got the LMS Period 3 coaches, BR Crimson and Cream livery, and then you've got the late LMS livery there. Capacity of 20, top speed of 80, which all sounds about right for the period. I think it compares with early carriages, BC 4, 75, 20. Yeah, so it all seems to work out nice and evenly. So let's see if we can find something. I think that's it for today. I will leave you with this because I quite like the look of these. The 323 livery pack there. So I'm going to leave it there for today and say until next time, bye bye.